We had a deal. The deal in Canada was if you work hard, you get a nice house, good food, a good living, and a great life. The deal's broken. 9 in 10 young people who don't own a house say they never will. 1 in 5 people are skipping meals because food's too expensive. And our paychecks get chewed up by inflation, clawbacks, and taxes. We have a war on work. The government is punishing people who work hard. You go out and work that extra shift. You lose 60, 70 cents in taxes, payroll deductions, clawbacks of your child benefit, gas and carbon taxes just to drive to work. Why do we have a labor shortage? Well, if we punish work, you get less work. Here at a place like this, the Sand Group, you people are literally building the nation. Incredible entrepreneurs like Suki and Kamal, the investors who built this place, the workers who do the labor. You're the backbone of the nation, and you're the ones that should benefit. My purpose in politics is to bring home a country that works for the people who do the work. That means bringing home lower prices. We have 40-year highs in inflation today because the government's run $500 billion of inflationary deficits. That bids up the goods we buy and the interest we pay. And on top of that, there's an inflationary carbon tax that's set to triple under the NDP and Liberals. It makes gas, heat, groceries, and everything else more expensive. I'm going to cap government spending, fire the high-priced consultants, cut the waste to get rid of the inflationary deficits, and I'll axe the carbon tax to bring down the cost of the fuel you use and the heat you require to live here in this big cold country of ours. We're going to bring home powerful paychecks. A Poilievre government is going to cut taxes to make work pay again. So you bring home more of each dollar you earn, and actually we reward the folks who do the work in the nation. And we're going to bring home powerful paychecks by repatriating production back to this country. The heavy red tape, anti-development laws, and high taxes are driving more and more production offshore to foreign lands. We're importing 130,000 barrels of overseas oil every day, even though we have the third biggest supply right here in Canada. We don't export a single cubic foot of natural gas overseas because Trudeau blocked the 15 natural gas liquefaction plants that were proposed when he took office. So the dictators of the world get all that money and our workers are left on the sidelines. So a Poilievre government is going to bring home those paychecks by making this the best place in the world to open a business, to log, to harvest the minerals, to bring the electric minerals like lithium to the floor, and to build pipelines so we can ship our energy to our customers. We're going to build natural gas facilities to send our energy over to Asia and shut down dirty coal-fired plants in Asia and send our energy over to Europe to break European dependence on Putin and turn dollars for dictators into paychecks for our people. In other words, we're going to bring it home to Canada like you've done here. Suki was telling me earlier, some of the products here that you're producing, they're finished products. Whereas not long ago, we were sending that off to China to have them finish our resources and turn it into profit for them. They're bringing it home. Now we need thousands of other stories like this. We need to make this the easiest, fastest place for companies like this one to produce goods right from the harvest to the house. And that brings me to my next point. Let's bring homes that our people can actually afford. We have the 5th worst housing bubble in the world. We have the fewest houses per capita in the G7, even though we have the most land to build on. We have the land, the labor, and the lumber, and yet we can't get houses built in Canada. Why? Government gatekeepers. Cost $600,000 of red tape, delays, taxes, development charges for every unit of housing in the city of Vancouver. $600,000 per house in red tape. We need to get the gatekeepers out of the way. The Squamish people have shown how to do it. In Vancouver, they have reserve land where on 10 acres, they're building 6,000 units of housing. That's 1,000 units for 600 units for every single acre. Why? Because they didn't have to go through the city gatekeepers to get the thing approved. They were able to use common sense, something that's uncommon these days. So a Poilievre government's going to link the number of infrastructure dollars a city gets to the number of houses they allow to get built. City gatekeepers who stand in the way will get fined by my government. And those that get out of the way and let builders build will get bonuses. So we incentivize more building. We'll make sure that every transit station funded by the feds has high density housing over and around it. I'm going to sell off 15% of federal buildings to turn it into housing. Those big, ugly, empty buildings with people working from home, why are we paying to have them empty? Let's use them for housing, to house our people. And let's bring in more tradespeople and train more tradespeople and give tax fairness to our tradespeople so that they can build the things. In other words, bring home lower prices, bring home powerful paychecks, bring homes people can afford. That is my purpose. We need to get back to common sense, my friends, the common sense of the common people united for our common home. Your home, my home, our home, Canada. Let's bring it home. Thank you very much.